What's up, everybody? Another day of push and record and talking to y'all. And most people work really hard and never get actually what they want. And the real problem is they don't know how to ask. Asking is an incredible thing you can do that a lot of people are scared to do when they want something. And the thing about asking is it's like just like pushing a button, and things start happening when you ask. This works a lot when, if you're in like the job, if you're in your workplace and you're asking for like a raise or something, the only way you're going to get a raise is if you ask. And a lot of times they'll give you like an excuse or tell you what you need to work on to get a raise. But you would never know those things if you never asked. And I think asking and being brave enough to do it has to come from a place of preparation. You need to know what you're asking for. And that all starts with creating a plan, knowing where you want to go and the steps that it takes to get there. And if you know that plan, and when you go to ask for things, you're coming from a place of like research and intelligence, and you want to be able to ask directly for things. And asking for things, you might get a no, but after you ask for something, you could always be like, why? And then that person that's telling you no is going to have to give you a reason. And maybe they don't have a reason, and that no turns into a yes. And all this never happens if you just don't ask. It's very interesting because I fall into this place where I'm scared to ask for things, but every time I do, I'm usually justified in asking for something. I'm never like coming at something just to ask and take advantage of anyone. Most of the time I feel bad asking for anything. But sometimes you just have to ask, and you'll realize that it's not as big of a deal as it is. And most people are gonna, if you're coming from a good place, if you're a good person and you ask for something, most people want to help you out and give you what you want. So I think the problem isn't really in asking for things. I think a lot of times the problem is you don't know how to receive what you're asking for. You can receive it. It's an easy thing. Once you ask for something, someone gives you something, you receive it. But you need to know that sometimes you won't get what you want, and maybe what you're needing is a reason why you're not getting what you want, and that's why asking was important in general. But like I said, if you're coming from a place of being like intelligent and knowing like what you're asking for, that's where you start. That's kind of like the beginning of the formula when you're asking for stuff is being direct, being clear, and know what you want and why. And most people can't refuse, like, once you're asking for something that you want. A lot of people might ask for things that they want that they don't deserve. And that might be a whole different, like, realm of things. But you'll never know if you don't ask. And maybe somebody's just waiting to do something different from you, but, like, just waiting for you to ask. A lot of times people just need, like, that nudge. Like, for me, it could be like, hey, can you guys just right now take 1 second to like this video? Like, you might have not even thought about doing that right now if I didn't ask. Hopefully, a lot of you are so kind enough to actually click that thumbs up button or hit subscribe. That would be amazing. And let's do that just to blow up this video showing how asking for things could actually make a difference. But that's all I'm trying to say is, like, asking is a huge part of it. Once you do that, like, you're just going to receive whatever the answer is. So in the book 7 Strategies to Wealth and Happiness by Jim Rohn, he says that if you don't design your own life, most likely you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. And that's so true. So that goes into the preparation and intelligence of asking. Like, you need to know and design your life, so you know what to ask for when things come up. You'll feel confident about asking for something when you know you're asking for the right reasons. You've done your research on what you're asking about, and you're prepared to get the answer, so you can move forward. And then the other part of the formula of asking with intelligence is asking with faith, they say. And what that means is really asking from like a childlike perspective of believing that it could happen, what you're asking for. So you want to plan like an adult and then ask like a kid. Because when you really believe with this wonderment of like what you're asking for, people are going to want to fulfill that. If you're coming and asking like an adult and kind of being like jaded already, knowing that it's probably going to be a no, they're probably going to say no. But if you really believe like, hey, I'm asking for this and I believe it could happen, it will. And I think it'll go a long way for everyone if we're starting to think about asking for the things we want in this life. You know, if you want to do more, then ask to do more. And if you want to get more, then ask to get more. And we're not and I mean, you could just blindly ask for things and see. Like, I know a lot of people just asking questions. You might see videos of like guys hollering at girls on the street and stuff, and just asking questions goes like pretty far. Eventually they'll just be like, hey, can I have your number? And then they get their number. Like, yeah, you might have to work somebody down to get your goal or something, but like just asking and being brave enough. Like, I'm always like very impressed with how brave people are for asking. I just have a little bit more shame and cringe and stuff, but sometimes you got to be a little cringy out here to get what you want. And everyone's gonna call it cringe until it's like they're calling you genius. You know, I've made videos about that before too. So it's also a matter of putting yourself outside of your comfort zone sometimes and asking for the things like that most people won't ask for, or too scared to ask for, or not prepared to ask for. So, you know, make smart decisions, make a plan, and even if it starts with asking the universe, ask for what you want, but plan as an adult, and then ask as a child, in the sense of like believing that like whatever you're asking for can actually happen. And you'll be surprised of how many things that you want you'll actually get. So that's all I got for this one. If you're interested in that book I was talking about, the 7 Strategies to Wealth and Happiness by Jim Rohn, I'll put the link as the featured book today, and click that. And it's a great read. This guy is awesome. So a lot of great tips for, you know, if you want wealth and happiness. And if you made it this far in the video, you are the best. This is who I do it for. It's for you. Leave a comment saying that you've made it this far if you have, and let me know what you think about, you know, all this stuff, like about asking. Are you scared to ask for things? Like, what would you want to ask for that you're scared of? I would love to hear those things. My name is Sai. I'm an actor, creative director, and daily YouTuber, and I help creatives like yourself take what you love and turn it into something real and build a life that actually works. So if you like this video, smash that thumbs up button and hit that notification bell so you can get, you know, these videos and help me out. If this type of content resonates with you, definitely subscribe and join the community. I'm really enjoying everybody that's in here. We're 150 subscribers strong and growing, and I'm loving each and every one of you that's participating and enjoying these videos and getting value. Join my school community, Creative Momentum. The link is in the description. It's a free group, and we're just, you know, I'm trying to give more behind the scenes of my life. I want to do more meetups on like some Zooms with you guys, and just kind of like, you know, chat it up and try to see how we can brainstorm and make some stuff happen in our lives. And that's in the description, so do that up. And also, YouTube is popping up these videos on your screen suggesting you're gonna really like them, and I know you will. Check those out. All right, guys, you're not behind. You're just getting started. So Let's build this life on purpose. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.